What's up, y'all boys? Welcome to the first video of the Breakdown Boys. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be breaking down the Superman trailer that, dropped a couple of days ago. And we're just going to first watch it through. Then we're going to go through and kind of like break it down and kind of just go more in depth into the trailer and what we think is like in store with the whole DCU as a whole and with the future of Superman and everything just, together. So we're just gonna start the trailer.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Superman.
W trailer.
Okay. First things first, before I say anything, does anyone wanna give what they say how they felt about the trailer?
I think it's a good introductory trailer. I know this is a teaser. Definitely feels more like a full blown trailer, but I'm happy they put different parts of the movie so we can't really have an idea of what's going on or the plot of the movie. So everything's up in the air, but I like the different characters they featured in there as we're gonna go into breakdown and actually show to the audience. But I think it's a good opening teaser trailer for the movie.
Yeah, I want to put a quick touch on crypto. Like, let's go, guys. Are we not excited to see that?
Yep, W
Nah,
crypto.
bro.
W.
Incorporated.
No.
In what future have we would ever predicted that crypto would be incorporated in a Superman film in this decade?
Yep.
And I think it takes a lot of confidence from James Gunn to even do that.
I'm personally not a fan of crypto being in this. I think James Gunn has a soft spot for animals. I mean, puts one in all of his movies.
This guy sucks.
Yeah. While it is a good thing to add, it's like given the movie, but I'm just not a fan of like James Gunn's always using animals as a plot point to resonate and connect with the audience. I feel like as a writer and director, you shouldn't rely constantly on like animals, whether it's cruelty towards them or just like just them and just being their presence in the movie shouldn't be like just your go-to every time you're trying to just connect.
I would just like to touch that I think having crypto is exploring new terrains and pushing a new barrier of the comic world. It seems like in the previous interpretation through Zack Snyder, it was a bit limited, but we have these characters that would never be brought to the spotlight if it weren't for James Gunn. And having crypto there is just a great touch.
We're just gonna go back into the trailer and just do a little bit more in-depth like analysis of the scenes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of the new suit. I like that they brought the trunks back. It's comic
Alright.
The
accurate.
trunks, I don't mess
Pause
with the
right here.
trunks. I do not mess with the trunks, bro.
The costumes do seem kind of cheap, kind of like plastic rubbery. Like
Yeah.
Superman's costume, low key reminds me of the Guardians of the Galaxy's costumes from the third movie. Like it just has that big like jumpsuit feel. Like I'm not really I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I don't know. It just has like a
Yeah.
weird like plastic jumpsuit feel
You
to
can
it.
kind of see it from this image right here. Like,
Yeah, like
it's
it's
kind of
kind of
different.
baggy. I
Yeah.
feel like the upper body's kind of baggy. But I mean, while like I would have preferred the suit to be a little bit different, I will say like I think at the end of the day, like what most people do want from this movie is to give the feel of hope and like tell a story and present a message and do it well. So
Maybe
Let's take it
maybe
back
it's
real
me.
quick to
It's fair. I mean, it's fair though because it's more comic accurate. So like, it's something I just got used to. It's just maybe just a personal thing. I feel like the last Superman suit with Henry, I think that suit was just like literally it's like a perfect suit in my opinion. But I mean,
I agree. I
yeah,
agree with you, Melly. But while I do agree, I'm a big Henry Cavill fan. So anything
yeah,
Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder, I'm gonna put above. But I'm also a guy where like if you give me a solid and logical reason behind a decision, I will get behind it. So in an interview, James Gunn said that he wasn't a fan of putting the trunks in the movie, but David Cornsweet, he suggested it because this version of Superman, he's trying to bring hope to the world and he's trying to connect with younger kids. So his reasoning for adding trunks was that he was it's supposed to feel like a wrestler where instead of people fearing him as Superman, it's more people to like, love him and be more accepting of him and like not fear him. So like the added trunks was to be more like I guess more lighthearted so people don't fear him. And I can get behind that. And like
yeah, that
I
makes
low key
sense.
mess with that. Yeah, that makes sense. He's not trying to scare kids, he's trying to be friends with he's there to save them. So why would he want
True.
them to experiment? I feel like that's a good reasoning. I wish I can get behind. Like I'm not against or for Trunks in the Superman movie, but if you give me a good reason behind that physical design, then I can get behind it.
Yeah, I can get behind
Yeah.
that too.
Take it back a notch to the bloodied scene of Superman, if we could bring that back from the video.
Yeah, how do you
I
guys
just
feel about that?
so my quick thing is I was hearing some controversy online whether Superman bleeds or not, and his his only weakness is what is it? I think someone has said it was like only Kryptonian. I mean crypto and
Kryptonite.
kryptonite
Kryptonite.
and magic. If that was the case, if someone could
Yeah.
give me the case, and I wonder what characters besides Lex Luthor in the film is able to hurt Superman. So that's something I'm very considered to think about when I watch the film.
As we're going to see later on in the trailer, there is a character that some people are speculating is Ultraman, which is also secretly there's a character that has a mask, his face is covered, and he has a U on his chest. So like there's been like theories of him being either like secretly Bizarro or just a clone of Superman, which like Lex Luthor is known for doing. So maybe that's probably the person that could probably like beat him this bad.
Or yeah, give him
But
like the fight because like
yeah, whoever did is put their paws on Superman. Like he got his, and that's gonna bring me to another question for you guys.
yeah,
How do you feel that James Gunn opened the trailer with seeing a low and defeated Superman? Because
nice, bro.
there's a lot of like people saying that it's hard to relate to Superman because he's so powerful. So I feel like this is a way to make like Superman like to make the audience connect with Superman because see like we literally see him bleeding. Like he bleeds
Yeah,
just like
shows he's
us.
vulnerable.
Yeah, he's vulnerable, but like again, like I can get behind that logic, but just as a Superman fan, like it's also hard seeing like this being of like so much power be so vulnerable because like Superman is supposed to be the strongest of them. So like I'm really split 50-50 about this decision, how they open the trailer.
You only really see Superman get beat up this bad by like literally like the best like the biggest villains in
Yeah, that's
all of
fact.
DC that puts Superman down like this. So that's the thing I'm kind of worried about. I feel like they're gonna make Superman kind of like weaker than he
Bummy.
is. Yeah, but
Like
that's the
yeah, they
thing
might
though.
nerf him.
Like
I can see that.
yeah, like I think they're probably gonna nerf him a lot. He's gonna not be like basic things are probably gonna hurt him or like make him like be off his game and stuff like that, which I am worried about in this film. But I mean, the base of how they started it, I understand it make me it gets me locked in like interest like oh someone's hurting Superman, but like I feel like I'm worried that the villain won't be on par
Okay.
There's another thing too. I don't know. This blood. I don't know. Something about it just don't sit right with me.
There's that electric.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Like bouncing and running into people through the crowd. Like he moves and acts like Clark Kent, which is pretty cool.
For sure. On that farm. Here comes Crypto.
Okay. Yeah, the boy's moving. All right, you can pause it right here. So, in those scenes, we've seen we saw a little bit of Superman moving throughout, like moving in between us. Moving around human beings, bumbling around. We saw a little bit of like his Clark Kent life. We saw Lois Lane. We saw Cat Grant, and we also saw Jimmy Olsen, who's in the comics. Superman's best friend, Superman's pal. We also got a first look at the actor playing Clark Kent's dad, Jonathan Kent. And a lot of people have been speculating that they're doing a kind of reversal where instead of him dying and the mom living, the mom will be dying and it would be just now Jonathan and Clark.
Based off that like little interaction they had, I'm gonna stick with the fact that I think it's the dad staying alive and then
Okay.
the mom.
Because they do look kind of like grieving. I'm not gonna lie, they look like they're grieving.
So let's go back a little bit. Like,
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say though, but just based off this, maybe like just reflecting on everything, I think maybe the death happened a little bit, maybe post-death, sometime after. But
yeah, I've heard some speculation that the grandpa could have like cancer or something like that, and could be slowly dying.
Okay.
And could kind of represent how Superman can't fix everything.
Yeah. So yeah, like
that he has control over and would just kind of be there throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't think we have enough information.
Definitely fair.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
I do.
I'll pause that there. I think that's the
definitely.
best scene in this.
Oh
in
yeah,
this trailer.
most
definitely.
I was just about to, oh, you go.
That scene right there makes this trailer.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge contrast in Superman's between Henry Cavill's and our new Superman. We never really got to see the old Superman save anyone. I mean, he had all those battles and cities and stuff, and we never really saw him save bystanders like this. Yeah. And I think that this is a big contrast.
Yeah, I was gonna add to something I'm definitely looking forward to. Definitely a lot of the CGI scenes, like especially DC compared to Marvel. I believe DC's CGI is so much more like well done, and I feel like their scenes are more impactful.
Yeah, the shot looks great.
Yeah, it's a great, beautiful shot. We got a Luthor Corp.
Yeah, bro. I'm predicting that James Gunn is making the next D1 hater in this movie. You can see the hate on that man's face, bro. This man is gonna be a D1 hater, bro. If you look at his face, this man is like, bro.
I will say this is a huge upgrade from the one in Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh my god. Like they took way too long to develop Lex Luthor's character in Snyder, and I feel like him bald didn't really fit. Cause I got used to a whole movie of him.
He was like a Johnny Nutsack too, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely give that. I love the new Lex Luthor look. As you can see.
You guys think they're gonna go in depth in Lex Luthor's jealousy for the relationship between Lois Lane and Superman, as seen in previous comics?
I don't think that Lois will be the reason why he hates Superman this much in the movie, but I definitely think they will definitely acknowledge why he hates him so much. Like normally in the comics, Lex Luthor as he did everything to make himself the best physically and mentally, and then here comes Superman, a man with just natural gifts and abilities. It makes him he basically feels like a little bro. Like he got little bro, and it hurt his ego, so he just crashed out, and now he's hating on Superman.
Now, I believe. Now, I want to know, in some type of prison, you can see people on the outside. I don't know the direction this is going in, but I mean, it is also another great shot. Him just punching the glass.
I think that right there is another great shot. Whereas one of the most things I feel that is important to the Superman character is restraint. Because
Yep.
at the end of the day, whether Superman can lift the heaviest building or structure, at the end of the day, Superman is just like us. He feels for us, and he has feelings too. Where I'm not even trying to sound soft, but we've seen in other media what with Superman's level of power are capable of. Like a lot of people have been drawing this to the scene of Homelander when someone threw something at his son Ryan in The Boys, and he straight up lasered that dude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like here we have a Superman that has restraint. Like he knows he knows the limits of his power. He knows what he's capable of. He's not gonna let little things like a can bother him. He's gonna be the bigger person because that's who we need him to be.
And I do like how
Oh,
there's a lot of emphasis on the cinematography with the relationship between Superman and the people, because Superman as a character is his influence on the people of the world. I mean, he is the
Yeah.
symbol of hope, and it is important to get the right portrayal in the people's eyes. So I do love how what I see so far in the trailer and how James Gunn is going to do that.
They're very nonchalant about what's going on in the back.
yeah.
They pause it right there. Go back.
Uh,
Keep going. Yep. Keep going. Stop right here. Yep. So from the looks of these people, I'm gonna have to assume or guess that they have to do with Lex Luthor. In the
yeah.
comics, Lex is known for wearing a green and purple power suit. So I think these people are definitely working for Luthor Corp, and while they're attacking Mr. Terrific. So
Yeah.
I just want to give that guess. I think
Yeah,
those are definitely
definitely.
people
That's
working.
a good shout out. I do want to mention. I don't know why this dude's standing like that. A little zesty. A little zest to him.
I mean,
Definitely. I mean, I want to quickly just add in, definitely something that worked for Man of Steel. I loved was the flying scenes. I thought they were just so beautiful. So I definitely hope
yeah.
they can capture that same type of feeling.
Yeah, I think this film's gonna have much better flying scenes than Man of Steel. James Gunn took inspiration for their flying scenes from Top Gun and the
Mm,
way that was shot. So I'm really excited to see, and they use drones and stuff. So I'm
that's
really
good.
excited to see the flying shots of Superman.
Someone basically alluded to that. This scene is referencing what's going on in the world right now with the Palestine and Israel conflict, and and then they found a way to work it into this movie where, as you know, there in this world Superman created, you can see that there's a specific way heroes go about the things they do. Superman is coming into a world where there's already heroes, so I'm guessing there's already laws and guidelines of what they can do and what they can interfere in. And with this conflict going on somewhere at this border, Boravian troops,
Hmm.
I
Bravia.
think, yeah, what I think this is basically gonna do is show that Superman is a type of hero where whether other heroes such as Mr. Terrific or Guy Gardner, try to tell him yo, this is how we do things. They try to restrain him and restrict him by helping out in certain areas and certain conflicts. I think that this version of Superman, no matter who you are, what the conflict is, he wholeheartedly believes you are someone that is worth being saved. And it's more about rising to the occasion and making sure people know, no matter who you are, Superman is a friend for all, and he's going to try his best to save you.
I definitely think there is an element that is reflecting real geopolitical matters in the real world, like you were saying. I remember James Gunn was saying along the lines that Superman is representing our blood country. So I do think he wants to put some emphasis on real world events. So you are definitely likely right in that scene right there.
So what would you guys give a score out of 10? How would you score the first teaser trailer?
I'm bouncing between like a 6.5 or 7. Like it's definitely 5.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like a 6.5.
I'm giving it, for me personally, I'm giving it a solid 7.58. I feel like it just gets the job done. It's like, it's real simple, to the point. And like you can't vividly tell what the plot of the movie is from this trailer. Everything's still kind of like a mystery. So like I feel like I keep people more like engaged with the content. Like, okay, I need to see the next trailer, or I want to go see the movie. So like I feel like it's a solid trailer.
In my opinion, I feel like it's a good trailer, but also like as a teaser, I think it kind of like it definitely got the job done, but I feel like as a teaser, it didn't fulfill what it needed to do. For example, the Batman Robert Pattinson. I don't know if you guys remember when that movie got teased. It was like just a video of him just showing his armor off. It was like a red filter over it, and it was just him showing his suit.
Yeah,
that's a teaser, in my opinion. This trailer is a 2 minute. It was like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. Like it's not a teaser. It literally showed a lot of stuff in the trailer, but it also didn't show anything at all. So it didn't succeed as a regular trailer. It also failed as a teaser. So I'm like, okay, like in my opinion, I feel like the trailer is like it's I can see where Neville's coming from. Like it definitely didn't. I don't think it succeeded what it tried to do, but it also gained hype. So it's not bad. I'm not discrediting what was in the trailer. I just feel like for a teaser, it didn't really get the job done. But with that being said, I give it like a solid like. I give it an 8, bro. Like I like the direction he's going. I just feel like it just wasn't a great teaser, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
I thought the trailer was fire though. It was definitely like it's as a comic book fan, seeing all these characters, seeing his vision. I don't know how he's gonna combine it, but I definitely see what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's definitely just good to see DC finally putting out some more effort into their movies, because besides Batman, DC really, for the most part, for most of these years, it's really just been Batman, and like maybe here and there someone else, but like we need more
little like Suicide Squad or something.
Yeah, like Suicide Squad, or like
the poster boy of comics, if you really think about it.
Yeah, so it's literally one of the most popular superheroes on the planet, top 3, and across Marvel and DC. So it's like there's no way Superman's not in those conversations as the best superhero movie and stuff like that. So hopefully this puts it back on top. So
yeah.